thought that was the last random game on Steam.
Well, you were wrong. You see, you thought it was over, but you were heavily mistaken. You see, they never end. It's just
Slow down.
With all that said, let's get into this game. It's called My Name Is You.
It may seem that the story of you is chaotic. However, in reality, it is not. The more stories you pass through, the more likely you will be to piece it into one whole picture. Use every possible opportunity. The truth is somewhere close.
Thanks, game. Anyway, welcome guys to My Name Is You. I just saw this game on Steam, as you could probably tell from the weird little intro thing I did, but that doesn't matter now. Anyway, I went on Steam, found this game. I literally had $1 on my Steam account, and I said, hey, what's a game I could buy for $1? And here it is. Literally $1 I paid for this. And it looks actually fairly good. So I'm kind of excited to play this. And yeah. Let's just do no story.
I suppose I will start at the very beginning.
Okay. Have to click? Oh, I do.
Chapter 1.
Alright.
Once upon a time, there lived you.
Ooh. To live me? I live?
Despite his unusual name, his life was hardly any different from others. It was an unusually usual day when he was getting ready to go to work.
Work, you say? Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm actually recording. I am. Good.
2 hours of sleep. What a formality.
What a
He said to
formality.
himself, glancing at his watch.
I think I'm just
He was
reading a
used to
book.
working at night, just as
But I
he
get to
was
do...
used to never
In this game,
having
I'm
days
able to
off.
make choices, I'm pretty sure. Sorry if I'm talking over this guy, but, yeah, if you're supposed to be able to make choices, and it'll lead you to different endings of the game. Which I do think is really cool. I like games that allow me to make my own choices. But of course, it's limited.
The buttons on his shirt were fastened faster than usual.
Yes.
This was not by chance. The tear-off calendar boldly declared Friday, April 3rd. It reminded him that there were only 3 workdays before his holiday, and there was no room for mistakes. His room in a communal apartment was not very big, so it did not take him long to pack. Having got dressed, he quietly walked past the neighbors' rooms into the hallway.
Okay, nice footsteps.
Somebody was snoring loudly in the furthest room, which caused you to smile for some reason. He walked up to the front door and accidentally stepped on a pile of letters. Picking up the envelopes, he saw his name on one of them. You automatically put it in his pocket and walked out.
So I didn't get to choose that.
Thought that next Sunday, a huge stone would be removed from the entrance to the crypt of his existence by the power of labor legislation, kept you going.
Oh, here's our first choice. Read the letter or hurry to work. Most likely I'm not going to be able to get all the endings in this video. Probably like 1. But if you want to see a second one with me picking the opposite, which I don't think anyone wants to really see, I don't know. It's just it's an option for you to choose, okay? I'm going to read the letter because I'm curious.
Glancing at the address line, a chill went through Yu's body for a split second.
Oh, my name is literally Use.
Dorina.
You. Dorina.
Yu was confused by the seal on the envelope, indicating the place of departure. No leave grad.
Nolivegrad? Nolivegrad? I have no idea.
Is she really coming back to Cannot? Yu wondered. Dear Yu, my doctor's suspicions are confirmed. I have the same disease that struck you. I thought it over and decided that we need to break up.
Oh, wow.
It may seem that things like that should bring people closer, but it would be unfair to myself. We can have our last date on the morning of April 3rd in the Seafront Cafe, and then I will leave Cannot and go abroad. He felt dizzy.
Go to work or go to the cafe? I don't want to get fired. But when I faint during job, if I'm feeling dizzy, I probably do need some caffeine to wake me up. I don't know. Let's go to work. I don't know.
The trip to work took him by a few blocks, but the road seemed endless that way. Though Yu suffered from excessive hypochondria, he really had an incurable disease. He clearly remembered that day when he heard the diagnosis. Since that moment, he stopped counting new birthmarks on his body. As soon as he reached the park, he saw a pack of street dogs rushing towards him. Deja vu.
Oh, dang. Man, getting chased down by the whole block.
Yu's heart dropped. Time stood still.
Why would I freeze in place? I'm gonna die. Run away.
Yu tried to run away, but he barely took a couple of steps and stumbled, falling flat on the ground.
Damn.
As soon as he stretched out on the pavement, the dogs lost all interest in him. Everything that happened seemed to him insanely familiar, bringing back his childhood memories. Holding onto his neck and feeling old scars against his palm, Yu looked at his ragged suit. His head was buzzing from pain. Glancing at his watch, he wondered if it was appropriate to go to work looking like that.
Probably not. Let's go home and change.
Yu thought that he could not appear at work looking like that and decided to change his clothes. Feeling like a little child who had fallen in a puddle, he was going home. The darn soup had spilled. He ran into his boss on his way home. His message was short. You are fired.
Oh, wow. I probably should have kept going to work.
He was too weak to protest. You could not get rid of the thought. Why would the boss do it? The shelves were piled with
I got an
bottles
achievement.
waiting
Broken
to be
hands.
emptied, and it would be hard to find a replacement.
Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to take care of something real quick, but I'm back now. That's what matters. Here we go.
His head was ringing from pain.
I guess that was one of the endings. Russian voice. There was a Russian voice? Okay, well, I didn't get them yet. I'm just gonna skip through all this. Very cool. Love it. New story.
I suppose I will.
No. Chapter 1, yes.
Once. This.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'm gonna try hurrying to work fully this time.
The trip to work took him. He considered early morning to be an extremely pleasant time of day. Universal euphoria. Although euphoria usually precedes inevitable death. As soon as he went into the park, he saw a kid in ragged clothes running away from a pack of stray dogs.
Oh no.
His eyes caught a swiftly ticking clock hand.
Why? These are very hard decisions! I'm gonna help. The fudge, man.
Even though Yu had been scared of dogs since childhood, he was going to run to the kid's aid. But the latter stumbled and fell down on the pavement, and the dogs lost
Again?
all interest in him. Yu had nothing to do with the outcome of events, but he was filled with pride for his desire to help the boy that he did not even know. It made him come up to the kid, who was sitting on the ground with a bloody knee and a toothless smile, not because of the fall, but due to his age. Yu was about to give the kid a handkerchief with his initials on it when he noticed it had fresh traces of his own blood.
Huh.
So he just asked, "Can I do something for you?"
Thank you, sir. I am okay.
That's nice.
They did not mean to hurt me.
At that moment, Yu saw his boss in the distance and hurried to work, shouting a quick, "Be careful," over his shoulder. On the way to the office, the thought about how strange it felt to be addressed as Sir bounced around in his head. Although he had passed a 30-year-old milestone, he felt closer to the kid with a bloody knee than to Sirs of any kind, even the least important of them. Yu went up 3 flights of stairs and found himself on the top floor. It was the office of the insurance company where he worked. The door was unlocked. Was he late?
Huh.
He tried to walk in, but was stopped by a stranger. "Wait! Where are you going?"
His name is Busybody.
Before Yu could give a proper response to the cad, his boss came up the stairs, struggling to catch his breath, and did it himself. "Let him in."
Yes, thank you. Don't fire me this time.
They both entered the office, and the boss walked Yu to his desk, where he explained the situation to him in private. "That is Frank, my distant relative. He needs to do an internship, so he is going to work here for a while."
Okay.
"As who?" "As a security guard."
Okay.
To avoid any further questions, the boss turned around and went to his office. "An internship as a security guard in an insurance company, fitting in 2 rooms. Ridiculous. If I was blessed with a writing talent, I would definitely immortalize this," Yu thought. Yu got down to some clerical work. Yu found a moment and took the morning letter out of his pocket.
There we go. Now I can still look at the letter.
Glancing at the address line, a chill went through Yu's body for a split second. From Dorina. Yu was confused by the seal on the envelope, indicating the place of departure. No leaf grad.
Yeah, it's basically all the same right here.
Is she really coming back to Kenlot? Suddenly, there was a curious voice saying, "Who is coming?" Yu did not answer and continued reading. "Dear Yu, my doctor's suspicions are confirmed. I have the same disease that struck you. I thought it over. and decided that we need to break up. It may seem that something like this should bring people closer, but it would be unfair to myself. We can have our last date on the morning of April 3rd in the Seafront Cafe, and then I will leave Cannot and go abroad.
Oh yeah, I forgot I left her. God damn it. Okay, so his girlfriend was in the cafe, and I chose not to go to the cafe. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that next, apparently.
I felt dizzy.
I'm gonna see what happens if I stay at work.
Another working day turned into night. The newly appointed watchman dozed off at his improvised post.
If I leave,
an
I was gonna get
ordinary
fired.
chair at the entrance to the office. Yu was sitting at his sturdy desk, imagining again and again how the shelves, stocked with books on jurisprudence, would break loose due to their own weight from friable concrete and break his head. Allowing himself a little break, Yu took his diary from his table drawer and made a note.
I never took a plate of soup at school lunches, even when I really wanted to. I was afraid to spill it in front of everyone, but I could put it on the table, which seems to be my life's pattern.
Feeling some satisfaction from writing that, he resumed work. There was a rustle of the janitor's broom and the trill of birds outside the window.
More accurate than the clock,
You thought?
This feels like an audiobook. That's basically what it feels like. Like I'm
Chapter 2.
Oh, I made it to the next chapter. Sweet.
On the second day of work, every sip of coffee came out of his nose as blood.
Damn.
Covering his nose with his hand, Yu went to the restroom. Excuse me. I wish I could narrate a little faster and keep you from getting bored. But it is difficult in my condition. Let's continue. Returning to his workplace, Yu saw Frank sitting at his table and leafing through his personal diary. Such violation of personal boundaries, it seemed, was about to put Yu out of temper.
Ask him to give it back, snatch it back. I'm gonna be nice and ask to give it back.
give it to me.
Here, take it. I was curious. In a moment, Yu hid his diary in the drawer of his desk. I am sorry if I offended you. The incident seemed to be over, but Frank's intrusive nature got the better of him. Can I ask you a question? Why does everyone in your notes die?
I'm gonna keep silence.
Frowning, you ignore the question of the self-styled guard. The office phone rang.
I have to answer it.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped. He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Answer the call.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped. He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Okay. Answer the phone again.
As soon as you came up to the
Is this gonna be the same thing?
returned to
Answer the call.
As soon as you
Okay, I don't get a choice for that.
barely returned
One more time. I'm just gonna try one more time.
as soon
Yep, it's not an Easter egg. You're not allowed to do it. Okay, I wanted to hear what was on the phone. Ignore the call.
the ringing bored into his skull. You was buzzing together with the receiver. You involuntarily took off, but his head started spinning, and he was seeing dark spots. Holding onto the railing, you slid down the stairs and jumped out onto the street.
Huh.
He ran into his boss at the door, who stood there smoking. Go to bed now. You can give me the rest of the papers tomorrow.
Nice boss.
He did not have any strength left to work anyway. Although he left some things in the office, he was not in a hurry to go back. He sat down on the doorstep to rest.
Okay.
His vision was not particularly keen on the second day, so it took him a while to recognize a familiar face. You livened a little. A welcoming grin appeared on his face.
Hi, Max. Why are you not at work?
I dismissed my students a little early. How are you feeling?
As usual, another night shift.
If I was your father, I would have fired you long ago.
Huh.
What will be left for me then?
Max answered with a question. Do you want me to take your shift?
Yes?
They let me go. But there is still a lot of work to do.
Okay, I will talk to your father.
Okay, please don't let him.
Don't you dare.
Max had a fit of grunting coughing, to Yu's surprise. Max tried to hide it very hard, but Yu noticed blood on his palms, which he quickly hid in his pocket. Yu decided to play along with his old friend, pretending that the latter had not given his secret away. Max tried to quietly wipe the traces of blood with a handkerchief, the corner of which was still visible from the pocket of his coat. The handkerchief was way too familiar. It was Darina's handkerchief.
Ah. Do not show your mind. What is that? What was that?
What was that?
What do you mean? I have a cold. There have been droughts in my classroom for 3 days. Yu looked at his own hands, counting his fingers. Boring, but quite expected. They were all there. He was clearly weaker than his friend was, but having lost control of himself, he grabbed Max by the front of his shirt, which led to a clumsy brawl. Max pushed Yu against his shoulder in an attempt to break away. Because of an insult or uneven stones on the pavement, Yu lost his balance and fell down, hitting the curb with the back of his head.
Oh, he died. Wow.
As if examining a painting, Yu fixed his dying look on his fingers and counted them. He counted them again and again.
Jeez. I hope this is not copyrighted music. Okay. So, once I play the game, I unlock more chapters in the game. Aha, that's pretty cool. So I could start off like chapter 1 or chapter 2 and go back. Right, I'm in chapter 2. And I died fighting, what's his face, Max, on the steps. And I busted my head open and died just in there. I don't know why. But alright. I guess that'll do it for this video for right now. If you guys want to see more of this novel, I can say it's a novel because it doesn't really feel like a game. The only game aspect is I get to make choices. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I do enjoy that aspect, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. This video is gonna be a bit shorter, I think. I don't know. I don't feel like I've been recording that long. So, yeah. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed it. Comment down below. What was your favorite part? I don't know. And yeah, hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.
But pulled against the grain, I feel a little pain that I would rather do without. I'd rather be free. I'd rather be